All right, and happy Wednesday, July the 31st. We're at the end of another month. Hebrews chapter 11, verses 23 through 29. Here we go. By faith, Moses, after he was born, was hidden by his parents for 3 months because they saw that the child was beautiful and they didn't fear the king's edict. By faith, Moses, when he had grown up, refused to be called the son of Pharaoh's daughter and chose to suffer with the people of God rather than to enjoy the fleeting pleasure of sin. For he considered reproach for the sake of Christ to be greater wealth than the treasures of Egypt, since he was looking ahead to the reward. And by faith he left Egypt behind, not being afraid of the king's anger. For Moses persevered as one who sees him who is invisible. And by faith he instituted the Passover and the sprinkling of the blood, so that the destroyer of the firstborn might not touch the Israelites. And by faith they crossed the Red Sea as though they were on dry land. When the Egyptians attempted to do this, they were drowned. So still, considering Moses' faith, Moses' family's faith, what we're going to look at is Moses' own faith at this point. I think about the morning that Moses woke up and said, okay, no more. You see, Moses grew up in the house of Pharaoh. He knew something was off. I mean, he was a Hebrew, and yet he's growing up in Pharaoh's house. So that when he grew up, he rejected his upbringing to identify with his birth. The passage above says that he chose to suffer with the people of God. He made himself a slave with the Israelites. Now, God provides us with some application commentary in this text. Moses could have enjoyed the pleasures of the world that were offered in Egypt, but he chose to suffer. See, now we see God by inspiration mention Moses' trust in the anointed one of God, the Christ. Moses considered trusting God, trusting Christ, to be of greater value and wealth than enjoying the pleasures of sin. See, that's application. Isn't this our choice today? I mean, we can follow Jesus and forsake much of the world, or we can follow the world and forsake Christ, God's anointed one. What will we do today to honor Christ in our lives? Whew. Tough question. See you tomorrow.